The knocking grew louder. The ominous thuds rattled Ethan's nerves. He looked around wildly for an escape, but Lena's calm, methodical demeanor terrified him more than anything. She knew something he didn't, something that made running impossible. "You're wrong," Ethan said, his voice shaking. "We can leave now, disappear. They won't find us." Lena turned toward him, her expression softening for a moment, but it quickly hardened again. "You don't understand," she said, her voice tense. "They don't leave loose ends, Ethan. And I'm a loose end. Now, you are too." Her words hung in the air as the door creaked under pressure. Then, without warning, Lena pulled a small pistol from her jacket and thrust it into Ethan's hand. He stared at it in disbelief. "We're going to have to fight our way out of this," she said, her voice grim. Ethan had never held a gun before. His hands trembled as he gripped it, his mind screaming in disbelief. But as the door rattled violently, a primal instinct took over. It was fight or die. The door burst open with a deafening crash. 3 men dressed in black stormed into the apartment, guns raised, their faces set in cold determination. Lena moved first, her years of training snapping into action. 2 quick shots rang out, and the first man fell before he had a chance to fire. Ethan watched, stunned by her precision, but there was no time to think, just react. The second man aimed his weapon at Lena. Ethan, heart pounding in his ears, ducked behind the table, gripping the gun she had given him. His breath came in ragged gasps as he tried to steady his shaking hands. Without fully thinking, he squeezed the trigger. The gun kicked in his hand, and to his astonishment, the bullet found its target. The second man collapsed, blood pooling around him. The last man hesitated, taking a step back. His eyes flicked between Lena and Ethan, assessing the situation. "You won't get far," he spat, raising his gun. But before he could fire, Lena's shot rang out, and the man crumpled to the floor. Ethan's breath came in ragged gasps as he stared at the bodies littering the apartment. The reality of what he'd just done washed over him like a tidal wave. He'd killed a man, but there was no time for shock. The apartment was eerily silent except for the sound of Ethan's rapid breathing. His hands still trembled as he lowered the gun, staring in disbelief at the carnage around him. He turned to Lena, his voice barely a whisper. "Now what?" Lena walked over to the closet without a word, pulling out a small backpack. Inside were stacks of cash, passports, and various tools for disappearing. She tossed a fake ID onto the table, the name and face on it nothing like hers. "Now," she said quietly, "we vanish." Ethan's mind reeled. Everything he knew had been a lie, his world flipped upside down. But despite it all, despite the betrayal and the danger, one thing remained clear: he still wanted to be with her. Lena looked at him, her usual cold composure faltering. "You still want to do this, with me?" Ethan nodded slowly, his resolve solidifying. "Yeah," he said, his voice stronger now. "I'm with you." Without another word, they slipped out the back door into the cold night, leaving the wreckage of their old lives behind. There was no certainty about what lay ahead, but they had each other, and in the dark, that was enough. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.